So, today we're diving into Ramadan, but we're looking at it through a really specific lens, as this major cultural event happening right in the heart of a modern European nation, Germany.
And this really gets to the core question, right? What happens when the deeply spiritual rhythm of Ramadan meets the highly structured, almost clockwork precision of German daily life? It's this fascinating collision of worlds, and that's what we're going to unpack.
To really get a sense of why this matters, you have to start with the numbers. We're talking about 5 to 6 million Muslims living in Germany. That's a huge community, making up something like 6 to 7% of the whole population. So yeah, this isn't some small niche event. It's a month-long observance for millions of people.
But here's the thing. This community is anything but monolithic. The largest group, for sure, has Turkish roots, going way back to the migration waves of the 1960s. But now, you also have these really large, vibrant communities from Syria, Bosnia, Afghanistan, and all across the Arab world and North Africa. And this diversity is just so crucial because it means Ramadan in Germany is this incredible mix of different cultures, foods, and traditions all coming together.
So, how does it all kick off? Well, before that first day of fasting, you can almost feel the buzz in the air. There's this real sense of excitement and spiritual preparation building in homes and communities all across the country.
It all starts when Islamic councils give the official word on the start date, based on the sighting of the moon or astronomical calculations. Then the prep work really begins. Homes get a deep clean, families often hang up traditional lanterns that cast this beautiful glow in the evenings, and of course, there's the big grocery run for all the special foods you'll need for the month. You start hearing that greeting everywhere, Ramadan Mubarak, which means Blessed Ramadan, and it's shared with this real sense of shared purpose.
Okay, so once Ramadan officially begins, the daily rhythm of life just changes completely. And this is where you really see that balancing act play out, the challenge of living out your faith while navigating the demands of everyday life in Germany.
And this slide really shows you the two different worlds people are living in at the same time. On one side, you have the typical German workday, right? Strict schedules, business as usual. But for a fasting Muslim, the internal clock is running on a totally different schedule. No food or drink from sunup to sundown, sleep patterns are all over the place to wake up for that pre-dawn meal, and there's this intense focus on prayer. It takes some serious discipline to manage both of those realities at once.
And let me tell you, the physical challenge here is huge. Because Germany is so far north, the daylight hours during spring and summer can be punishingly long. We're talking fasts that can stretch to 16, even 17 hours without a drop of water or a bite of food. It's a massive test of patience and endurance, one that really pushes you to focus less on your body and more on spiritual strength.
But then, after that long, quiet day of discipline, something amazing happens. As the sun starts to set, the whole mood shifts from solitary reflection to the absolute joy of community, as everyone gets ready to come together.
And right at the heart of every single evening is the iftar. This is the meal that breaks the fast. It often starts simply with a date and some water, just as tradition dictates. It's a moment of just profound relief and gratitude. And it's deeply social. It's all about reconnecting with family, with friends, and with the whole community.
And remember that cultural diversity we talked about? Well, this is where you can literally taste it. The iftar table in Germany is like a culinary map of the Muslim world. You'll find Turkish lentil soup and savory borek, Arab samosas and sweet kanafa, and Balkan stuffed pies and grilled meats, all on the same table, being shared. It's this delicious, tangible proof of the community's multicultural roots.
And the mosques? They become these absolute hubs of activity. You've got the massive, modern Cologne Central Mosque, which is famous for hosting these huge communal iftars for hundreds of people. But then you also have places like the Berlin Central Mosque, where Ramadan becomes a way to build bridges. They host interfaith dialogues, inviting their non-Muslim neighbors, not just to share a meal, but to ask questions and build real understanding.
Beyond the fasting and prayer, Ramadan is really about building empathy. The whole point of feeling hunger is to foster a deeper sense of generosity, which brings us to another core pillar of the month, charity and solidarity.
And this isn't just random acts of kindness. This spirit of giving is super organized. Communities launch fundraisers for refugees or local families in need. They set up free iftar meals to make sure nobody has to break their fast alone or hungry. Those open iftars for non-Muslim neighbors are these amazing acts of local diplomacy. It all leads up to a special charity called Zakat al-Fitr, which is collected right before the end so that everyone, no matter their financial situation, can celebrate the final festival. All right, so after a whole month of fasting, reflection, and giving, it all wraps up with this huge 3-day party known as Eid al-Fitr, which literally means the festival of breaking the fast.
And you will hear this everywhere. Eid Mubarak. It means blessed festival, and it's just packed with happiness and relief. It's the signal that the spiritual marathon is over, and now it's time to celebrate.
So Eid morning kicks off with these special prayers, often in huge rented halls or even parks to fit everybody. And for the rest of the day, and usually the next 2 days, it's just a whirlwind of visiting family, seeing friends, sharing sweets and gifts. It's just a great time. In a lot of German cities, you'll even find special carnivals and festivals set up just for kids, making it a real highlight of their year.
So when you put it all together, what you get is this really unique blend. Ramadan in Germany is a beautiful fusion. It's got this deep-rooted Islamic spirituality, but it's practiced with a kind of structure and organization that feels distinctly European. It's a month where faith and culture are expressed in a really specific German context.
And that kind of leaves us with one last big question to think about. It's not just about how a community adapts to its new home, but how that home is changed in return. How does the vibrant public observance of an ancient tradition like Ramadan actually enrich and reshape the cultural landscape of a whole nation? It's definitely something worth considering.